Boo. Are you telling me negative 55 decibels is not audible? I'm so sorry. I always have it like super low. Because I don't want it to... Well, I guess it's not interfering at all, huh? Hello. Good morning. Right? Hi, welcome in Justin M. Mars, Glitch, and everyone else. Hello. You're crying in advance. What do you- wait. This is the most on time I've started. Like 12 on the dot, and yet you're scared there's not gonna be a stream? I've started way later, I think. And thank you for the drink. I should get more water in the middle of the stream, but I will forget. So if I remember, that's good, at least. Good morning though, Hybrid. Hello everyone. Good evening or day, or whatever it may be. Oh. You see, the thing is, I have to admit I stream in complete silence without the BGM on, so I truly can't tell you how loud or soft this is because of my own hubris. However... it's fixed. Problem solved. Usually you're not like other girls and start earlier than scheduled and I don't catch the start. Well, I follow my sketch... Yeah, that's true. Recently I haven't been following midnight because I just... Some days it's just like, you know, what if I started earlier? But today is Fata Morgana reading. We are going to read... I really, truly... Someone told me this is like the 4th out of 8th door, and I don't know whether to believe that or not, because a lot of the Steam reviews, I got paranoid, and I was like, are you sure? I made the tweet and then I was like, but what if the Steam reviews say otherwise? And I saw a lot of them had like 24 hours, and I'm at 22 hours. But then there was one top guy with 72 hours, and I'm not sure what the length of this game truly is, but we'll find out, I suppose. It is good to read after all, I guess. I mean, if you're going to sleep earlier, then hell yeah. I'm not going to sleep earlier. Great Cat Cafe, thank you for the follow. I'm actually still horrible. Yesterday I slept 5 and I woke up 12. Finally caught you live. Ooh, hi, nice to meet you. I assume you've been watching and following with Fata Morgana? Question mark? But welcome. We can go ahead and start with that since I want the game. Boop. I want the game tremendous. I want to hear the twinkling of the sound and the attention. This game contains depictions of blood, graphic violence, and other potentially disturbing content. Warning. Silence. I do like really respect though that all of the songs, with the like they said, with the exception of a few things, are totally like original compositions, which is neat. I think where we last were, we were holding hands as Michelle with our dying white-haired lady. I still can't tell you what this image means. It seems like foreshadowing, but I'm not a gamer when it comes to that stuff. I watched JoJo Part 2 like for the whole bitch, and then the person I was watching with, they were like, yeah, there's a pretty big spoiler in the OP, and I'm like, what? Yeah, he was like, yeah, we just watched it. I mean, he died and it was clearly there. You didn't see the red bubble. And I'm like, what? Hold on. For real? The despair it gives over helplessness. I can't. That's not a good start. The despair it gives over helplessness of situations in this game. Yes, actually. And despair, helplessness, tragedy. It's a very reoccurring theme. And a lot of people, I imagine a lot of people think that the stories, they stick with you, you know? I'm going to keep it low-key. Yeah, I'm going to be relaxed. Probably. So what if I put... Is it valid if I put ASMR in my funny little tags? ASMR... But I keep it casual by keeping it all lowercase. Boop? Yeah. There we go. Ayo? Ayo? All I see is the maid being the dom and Giselle being a sub. You know, that's a valid interpretation, honestly. She's built like that. Both of them are built like that. Boing. Boing. Let us be about it. So what happened last time was... Giselle unfortunately got hit by Michelle's... a drop of his blood. Michelle was fending off a deranged man in the middle of the night who had knocked on their mansion door. And in saving her, he also doomed her. Which is such a twixt of fate, wouldn't you say? Ear. It... her. Huh? On his way back from the washroom several days later, Michelle heard muffled voices. I got it. Ew. I'm good. He was having trouble making out what they were saying, but he could tell it was several men, and they were outside the front door. The fact that he could hear them at all through the heavy door meant they were probably shouting quite loudly. An indescribable sense of uneasiness came over him. Dread. He drew nearer to the door and focused on the voices on the other side. They grew clearer, enough for him to make out what the men were saying. Everything's in place. We're ready to kill this witch now. This is definitely the place. That half-dead bandit said she was in this mansion. Listen well, no matter what we find in there, we kill it. It could be a child for all I care. That doesn't change anything. Kill the witch. Kill the witch. Kill the kill the witch. Kill the witch. Ooh. Rain seems to be over here. I guess I'll head out to the mall. Ayo. Have fun with the game. Ayo. Have fun at the mall. I hope you have a good time. Bitch, they're persistent, yeah. I can't believe that one dead man made it all the way to other alive men. And he told them. I thought he would have died, cause he was dying. He had a handful of Michelle to his face. And his life was sapped from him. And yet he could still, like, grovel all the way over to civilization. That's crazy. What he heard what he heard beyond the door was a group of men shouting for the death of the witch. Lives just long enough to spill tea. True! Snitchy gets stitches for real. This motherfucker. In that moment, Michelle regretted his decision to let the bandit go free and not watch over him until the moment of his demise. Oh, his demise. He must have made his way down to the village in search of help, where he revealed what he had found at the mansion. Damn it! Sorry, maybe I should get rid of the ASMR tag. I'm feeling a little silly now that I've started. But it was too late. Regret would solve nothing. He could neither stop the villagers from raiding the house, nor could he stop the white-haired girl from dying to the effects of his curse. Kill. He was helpless to do anything. The gears of his fate had locked him onto a path of tragedy and were turning mercilessly onward. The men had begun trying to break down the door with what sounded like a battering ram. While the first strike was not enough to breach the barrier, it was still quite powerful. He was certain it would not hold for long. Michel's mind erased. Was there anything he could do about this predicament? How could he escape from the corner he had been backed into? Despite his possessing inhuman powers, he would be powerless against a full mob of adult men. The villagers almost certainly came armed as well. That's true. I was thinking, like, he could just touch them all, but then again, he got stabbed pretty easily. So maybe he's not as, like, bam, as I think he is. Michel? A weak voice came from behind him. Aghast, he spun around to find the white-haired girl stumbling toward him. She breathed heavily, leaning against columns for support. What are you doing out here? You'll only worsen your condition by exerting yourself. I had a sinking feeling. I heard noises on my way here. It seems that I have brought all my misfortune upon you. Don't say that. If I hadn't come here, this never would have happened. He is just a dude, not a superhero. True. He's like a dude detrimental. He's a dude cursed, in parentheses. You never would have been in any danger. Please, Michel, hand me over to the men outside. Absolutely not. I will do no such thing. They're here for the witch, aren't they? I'm guessing they're the same people who were chasing me before. The village had a poor harvest this year, I hear. Like the village in the legend. And they believe it's the witch's curse. But you're not a witch. They need someone to fill the role, though. So please, hand me over. And then escape on your own. I could never. Please, Michel. I'm the one who's cursed, not you. And you want me to hand you over? What would I have left then? Nothing. Not a thing. Except for my sick fucking album that I got, like, on release. God, that shit slaps. I love you. Also, let me go die now. I mean, she kind of is in that situation already, you know? She's dying and she might as well hand herself over to save him. It's the House in Fata Morgana. And my top 25 favorite ice cream songs. Let's go. There's 25 of us. As far as I know, there was only like 2. Also, welcome in Juan. Obligatory VTuber. Understandable. Shake, shake, shake. I'm doing good. We just started and we're about to experience even more turmoil. I would have nothing. He would have nothing. Alright. After so long, I finally found someone who isn't afraid of me, who won't run. I have no interest in a world. Maybe I shouldn't have given him such a, like, silly voice, but oh well, I've dug this hole and now I'm in it. I have no interest in a world that would take you away from me, make me live alone once more. To hell with such a world. Michel. Bang. Would you be willing to die with me? Oh, Sam. If that's what you wish, then stay with me until the very end. Don't fade to black. Oh, I probably wanted to hear that just as much as him. No, not probably. I did. I wanted to have someone at my side as much as him. It's so lonely not having anyone. To live alone, to die alone, to not have anyone watching over you, for no one to even know you're dead. I simply wanted Someone to tell me they're here for me. To be there. To hold my hand. How wonderful that would be. The sense of utter relief it would bring would be enough to cast away all the pain, to allow me to accept all of our suffering. So please, tell me you'll... This ain't ASMR, sorry, that kinda ooh. The best part is, they described Michelle's voice, but Tan, being the professional she is, ignored it and took her own creative liberties. True, that's what you do to liven it up. You know, people can read this like regularly for sure, but I'm not people. I don't even remember his... They probably described him as... No, they definitely described him as handsome. They said like this handsome, like... I'm sure I based his voice off of what they said at first, like the kind of cool raspy voice maybe. The kind of edgy voice. Oh no, well I made it edgy. That's on me. Never mind. Michelle and the white-haired girl chose to spend their final moments at the top of the observation tower. Love your voice. Your streams are so entertaining. Thanks. I'm glad you enjoy it. For real. They could hear the crash of the battering ram against the door, the shouts of the men, and their stomping feet. But despite all that, the ray of light shining through the little window was as beautiful as always. The room's air of serenity remained unimpeached. After the long climb to the top, the white-haired girl was terribly out of breath. Same. Michelle considered several times offering her his hand, but the possibility that doing so might rob her of her last scraps of life stayed his hand. It sounds like they broke down the door. I'm glad we made it up here when we did. I'm so sorry for asking this of you. Don't be. I would have chosen here for my final moments as well. This is the one place in the mansion with any sunlight. The one place I can get a good look at you. Sam, thank you. Doki doki. Oh. Oh, interesting. Truly glad that I was able to end up here. That I was able to meet you. And more than anything, that you said you cared about me. Have I managed to become an essential part of your life? Do you even need to ask? I wouldn't be here otherwise. I feel the same way as you. I'm sure of it. The two of us are more similar than you probably care to admit. Can I ask you one more thing? Go on. Would you embrace me? Oh, if this is to be the end, if this is to be my last chance, then I don't want it to end without having been able to touch you. Ooh. Please, don't refuse me this, Michelle. Just do it, please. I won't keep you waiting long. Death cuddle. Death cuddle. They're doing it. Thank you. The truth is, I always wanted this. I dreamed of being able to hold you. I dreamed of it too. Thank you. I'm so very... No. Please. She's still so beautiful. What a cruel joke. Could you not as... Bruh, do you remember the game name? What? The House in Fata Morgana. What does that mean? Beauty and the Beast. The House in Fata Morgana? Does that mean something? it means that she'll break the curse, right? Right. Could you not have given us some other miracle? One that would allow us both to survive? Where are you? Where'd you get off to? I can't find her, damn it. Healers upstairs over here. They lead up. Beneath a single ray of light, the white-haired girl lay completely still. Not even a frail sigh escaped her closed lips. She remained as gorgeous as ever. It was as though she had simply fallen asleep in the sunlight. No, she didn't say her last word. Fata Morgana is Latin for broken curse? Are you kidding me? The house in Fata Morgana? No. Well, what does that mean? The house of Cursey Breaky. I made that up, not gonna lie. Oh, damn. No, but Fata. Surely Fata does not mean fate. Right? No. No. Fatalis is like in relation to death. So Fata does not mean life. That doesn't make any sense, actually. Zam, I'm not gonna lie. I didn't even know it was Latin. I thought it was like a made-up word for the video game. Looking down upon her, Michelle determined to do one thing. I will not allow anyone to sully this sight. He gave a fleeting glance back to... oh no, He gave a fleeting glance black... black? The Dragon Ball meme is really funny. That Light Arrow video is it got me really good. I watched another one today and I also had a good time. Fata Morgana is actually an Italian word for a mirage. See, you have a small history of gaslighting, and I'm close to believing you, but I know Italian is more like it doesn't have words like that. Right? I don't know. Damn. He gave a fleeting glance back. Let me try that again. He gave a fleeting glance back at her pristine corpse, then opened the door and stepped through it alone. Mean. I mean, okay, I'll believe you. La casa alla Fata Morgana. Maybe it makes sense. Maybe it means what you say it means, and I'll believe you. The killer awakens, huh? He would protect that room where she lay. Oh. Hey, there's someone up there. Here. So this is where you've been hiding, you infernal witch. Wait, that's not the girl. The raucous sound of their footsteps rang up from below. Shortly thereafter, the men themselves came into view. As he had expected, they were heavily armed. He glowered at the men, then sucked in a deep breath and shouted at the top of his lungs. I am the witch you seek. I have inherited her curse, and it is I who brings calamity upon you. You hear that? But he's a... man or woman, it doesn't matter. Death to anyone who has ties to the witch. Cleanse this earth of all impurity. Kill him! Kill him! Kill him! Michelle did not flinch at the sight of the men. He stood unyielding between them and the door. Bestia, he came! Oh! Ooh, Tanner, you self-drawn. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I drew myself and rigged myself. Yeah. Yeah. He did not flinch when they raised their weapons against him. Nor when... oh! They pierced his body. No, he sacrificed himself. Oh. And dying, probably. I love your model, it's so unique. Thank you! Oh! I appreciate it. I put in the good work on this model, that's for sure. Die and take your curse with you. He's dying. I have no need for this life any longer. It's all yours. I am cursed to kill even that which I wish to protect. But at the very least, I could protect one thing before my life is done. Not even one of you will leave this place. Wither and die by my curse. Ooh. The blood spilling from his skewered body flowed down the stairs, down and down like a little river, soaking the feet of every single man who had stormed the mansion. This was the last thing he saw before the final greens of life slipped between his fingers, which brought a faint smile to his lips. Zam! How can someone draw themselves? That means they didn't exist until they made themselves exist by their own non-existent hands. That's true. I willed myself into existence, like, from nothing. I'm my own mama, my own papa. I am truly... I'm truly the mama papa of all time. I hope someday my last words are wither and die by my curse. True! True, actually. Those words went so hard. If you were in, like, any scenario, that would be cool. At your deathbed, like, fighting off people. Wither and die by my curse? Feel free to screenshot, honestly. Words that go hard. Neither of them had expected what happened next, though. For God has a most twisted... Oh, you worded that weird, video game. Neither of them had expected what happened next, though, for God has a most twisted sense of humor. The white-haired girl had not miraculously passed away without being robbed of her beauty. Why am I still alive? She had, rather, not passed away at all. Quite cruel of him, was it not? Michelle? Where have you gone, Michelle? Michelle? I smell blood. Pain. For had he allowed her to die, she would not have been made to witness the scene that awaited her. No. No. And I'm sure you know just what it was she laid eyes upon in that moment. The ravaged corpse of her beloved. A torrent of blood streaming down, down the spiral staircase, and the sickening stench it raised. No. Why? And his was not the only body. The villagers who had assaulted the mansion had been subjected to his curse, the life drained from their withered shells. Why did this? Michelle, why? Why am I the only one still alive? That is a question I cannot answer either. Perhaps his curse did not affect those he loved, as terribly cruel as that might be. I cannot say. Why? You said we would go together. A world without you has no meaning. Had she actually expended her life there in the room at the top of the tower, perhaps this tale could have had a happy ending. She would have at least been able to have the man she loved at her side until her very last moments upon this earth. But that was not I'll take a sip of water, gamers. Bro, love me stealing the Romeo and Juliet plot in any tragic love story. Oh, true. Lovers who do the thing to themselves. No art, please. I don't think they'll be that gruesome with it. And maybe they also don't want to draw that many bodies, unless there are a lot of corpses on that staircase. Yeah, it was like 4+ guys and it sounded like it was a lot more, like a whole man village worth. All right, chill. No, no, it's water. I'm hydrating. It's a plastic bottle, and I can prove it. Get sound clipped. But that was not what had transpired. She had survived, been left utterly alone. I felt a profound pity for the miserable girl, so I called out to her. Hmm? The witch Morgana. Interesting, 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 interesting. Okay, 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 okay. Zam. Interesting. Would you like to see him once more? I have the power to help you meet him again. Who's there? Where are you? You know what they call this mansion. So who do you suppose remains on these grounds? The witch who? The who what? The where? Jacopo! No way! That's pretty out of character for her. You're from the legend. You actually exist. Now, I ask you a simple question. Would you like to see him again? The witch grants people wishes, but at a price. I said I wouldn't ask for her assistance if I met her, but that's all changed. Now that I've lost him. If it's truly possible, then yes, I want to see him. Bring him back to life. Regrettably, I cannot directly meddle with the forces of life and death. However, I can guarantee you this. Your reconstruction. Reconstruction? Correct. To ensure that you remain as yourself in future lives, and are not reborn as someone else, your body and mind shall be reconstructed, as shall his. If you the big girl boss say yes sir, this is the big girl, the big narrator girl. If you sincerely wish to reunite with one another, if you genuinely need each other in your lives, you will eventually meet again. All I can promise you is eternal reconstruction. What you make of it is up to you. Oh, my girl. You want to see him again, don't you? You want to hear his voice again, don't you? You want to feel his hand on your cheek once more, don't you? If that's what you want, then you must remain who you are. If you are simply reborn, that wouldn't be you. So there wouldn't be any point, would there? Me? That's not her. Me! Me, as I am, and he, as he is. Make up your mind quickly. I will not wait long. I want to see him again. As you wish, sweet little girl. I shall grant you both eternal reconstruction, and pray with all my heart that you can attain true happiness. Damn! Ooh. Shortly thereafter, the white-haired girl took her own life. She decided she had nothing to gain by remaining in the present time, and that in order to reunite with Michelle, she needed to make her way to her next life. And thus, the mansion was left bereft of a master to travel slowly through the ages until someone came along to give it life once more. Oh, damn. God damn. Ooh, okay. But an unfathomable amount of time has passed, and the two have still yet to reunite. Have they, Master? You know now who you are, do you not? No, don't tell me, don't tell me, don't tell me, don't tell me, don't tell me. Don't tell me! Mia? Mia? Oh, fuck. Me? Oh, shit. I wonder if the witch knows how it goes and gets sadistic pleasure in helping people like that. Probably. If she's also a timeless entity, then yeah. Who are you? I might be myself. I was Jacopo. Hey, I was Jacopo. Snap, snap. You know now who you are, do you not? You remember everything now, do you not? You were present in every single era. The reason for which is as I described in the previous tale. Because you yearn to be reunited with someone. Oh, me? Me? Oh shit. But that person never showed up in any era. And poor, sweet you, having no memory of any of that, lived those lives with other men. Is it any surprise misfortune befell those eras then? You were right, I think. Yeah. The door swung closed, but rather than outside, you and the maid were inside the dull, monochrome room at the top of the observation tower. The awe-inspiring ray of light shone not through the lone window high upon the stone wall. Wrapped in a curious, impenetrable darkness, you both stood alone in the room. The maid wore a gentle, but brittly cold smile as she looked straight at you. If you guessed Jacopo, you were right. Hey! Snap, 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 snap. It was me, fellas. It was not your fault misfortune befell you. The only force to blame for that is fate. You were always so kind, so pure of heart. You had boundless trust for others and the goodness of people. You were the very image of all that is right. There is no greater misfortune than someone as pure as There is no greater misfortune than someone as pure and beautiful as you, being mercilessly thrown into the grinding gears of tragedy again and again. I still pity you for everything you had to go through. You poor, poor soul. You must be utterly exhausted, constantly Oops. Not berated, that's another thing. You must be utterly exhausted, constantly betrayed, the man you were waiting for never appearing. After so long, your spirit worn down to the bone, you lost any and all awareness of who you even were. Who are you hoping to find wandering into this illusory mansion, cut off from the real world? You and I are the only ones here. The man you seek is nowhere to be found. Have you still not figured it out? Then allow me to tell you everything. I am the cursed witch Morgana, who haunts this mansion. And you are the tragic plaything of fate, the white-haired girl named Giselle. Did my calling you master confuse you? If so, then I apologize. My habit of calling the master, or mistress of the house master, is quite deeply ingrained. And yes, that means precisely what you think it does, that I have accepted you as my new master, that I wish for you to remain here, to stay with me. So let us put an end to this journey. Do not worry, there is nothing to fear. We are simply going to step outside the river of time. Was I right? Did I game and say that we were the white-haired girl? I really don't remember. Hmm. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe. Maybe I said it like offhandedly and I only half meant it. But now I full mean it. We are the white-haired girl. And nothing unpleasant will ever happen to you again. Stepping outside the river of time sounds pretty great, not gonna lie. Actually, yeah, I wish. Thinking about the years that have passed, I wish time was so less rough. I wish time was more lenient to me. But alas, it's been years. It's been years. 2019 was 10 years ago. I'm kidding, it was like 3, right? 19, 20, 21, 22. Okay. Alright. Nothing unpleasant will ever happen to you again. I will be here with you for all eternity, and I will give you my utmost care. Whatever happened? I read that right? You will not have to wait for anyone. Forget about him, the man you once sought, and I am sure you shall find happiness. Please, do it for me. I've been waiting for you for so very long. I've wanted nothing more than to see you again. But you are continually stolen away from me, despite my sincerest desires to spend my days with you. Which is why I wanted you to recall everything. For surely you would not willingly repeat the same fate if you knew of all the pain it has caused you to suffer thus far. Spend eternity with me in the gentle embrace of darkness. The maid extended her hand for you. Her fingers, brushing up against yours, were as cold as ever. But her breath tickled your skin pleasantly, and her sweet words rang in your ears, filling you with warmth. You thought back on your time with her in the mansion. She had, indeed, always treated you with great compassion, and nothing she had said seemed to be a lie. And so, you pondered. That is true. Every era we've known her and interacted with her in, e.g., white-haired girl and the maid, she's always been looking out for her. She always was like worried about her and her interactions with others. And so, you know, bada bing bada boom, she's been here the whole time. We've been here the whole time. What were you to do? Clearly, I saved my game because I am afraid of choice. Yoop. I'm going to say there's still more to be done, because that seems interesting. What else is there to do? Something seemed off. Not only with the story she had just told. Excuse me. Excuse me. Also, is the Yuri tag about to reveal itself? Oh, perhaps. Maybe this is the title CG. Not only with the story she had just told, with her, and with you, yourself, assuming everything she had said was the truth. Which or not, my mind is made up. Which will strike you first, I wonder? Regret or the curse? You seem to be doing just fine. It's only a tale. The witch is real, very much so. It is not a legend nor a fairy tale. The witch is me. There's still more to be done. That's right. It wasn't the white-haired girl who had claimed to be the witch. And that wasn't all. What? I forgot this man's voice. He was kind of silly. Or do you mean to reclaim your old self no matter the cost? If you do, if you're sincerely prepared to do that, then be wary of the tale that comes next. I might have accidentally picked the true ending. Zam. Man. Any tragedy that seems too beautiful to be real is precisely that. A fabrication. None of your questions had been answered. You still didn't know who the painting was, or what had taken place so long ago that caused the mansion to summon people to it. You didn't even know who you were, for that matter. There was still more to be done. You had to find the truth. You needed to find someone. That much was certain. But was the story the maid had told correct about who? And if it was... Ah, interesting. What about her? What about the woman whose name you couldn't say? The woman who had so cheerfully called you master. That I was wondering that too. I forgot who this was. I remember she like berated us for being stinky or something. We agreed that we would live together, not just in the same house, so we've got plenty of time to add more to the list. And I hope you can make your own list about me too. This is just the beginning, after all. We've got a long, long time ahead of us. Funny enough to get to know each other, no? I changed her voice because I don't know who she is truly now, and she's not Giselle. No? No. What wouldn't make her Giselle? Why isn't that Giselle? I think that is. Maybe? Yeah? Maybe? Yeah? Oh, I should have read that in the correct voice then. I didn't think about it. It's Jacopo. It's Jacopo. You must say her name. You must take her hand. You must make her smile once again. No. Okay. This is... I don't like scary text. Ooh. Listen, this is my... I'm scared. I'm immediately scared, and you know... The music swells. Okay, wait. Before I get into the horrific stuff. My initial reaction to... My honest reaction to that information... But also, my first reaction to that information was that I thought I was Michelle. Because that made sense to me in that split second. Because, yeah... I finally get to see the white-haired girl, and it makes sense if that was a white-haired girl and I am Michelle and she's been calling me master the whole time. Maybe this is just a red herring. Is this ASMR? I'm sorry. Oh shit, here come the jump scares. For real, I'm scared. I don't like jump scares. You mustn't reclaim your old self. It's dark. It's dark. It's dark again. It's dark. Constantly engulfed in darkness. You threw it away every single time. I must break out of this darkness. I'll give you a world that's not cruel to you. I must escape and take her hand. Because that's the reason. Oh, I've got a wonderful idea. I came here. I see. You can curse them with me. I must return. I must reclaim. We can think of new ways to torture them. We'll all be happier if you stay here. Just think about it. Stay here in this world. You'll be right at home. No, I did the best I could for you. Nothing more. This is not where I belong. No matter how much of a world of darkness may suit me. This is Michelle. You can't tell me this ain't Michelle. You'll never be able to do it. I must reclaim my true self. Huh? Ooh. Beep. Beep. This is brilliant. Do you have any idea how terrible a decision that is? Do you have any idea why I fabricated that story? Selamat pagi. I'm not Indonesian. Hollow ID, no. It was all for you. So stay here. Stay right where you are. The darkness suits you better. I'm going to be scared if I scroll over it and then something activates. I don't like that at all. Remember what someone told you not long ago? That you could handle the stories because they weren't your own. That you were able to bear the tragedies because they happened to others. If that had been your suffering, if the secrets you had kept buried away for so long had come out, you couldn't possibly have endured it. Kobo, Ollie, Risa, Rain! Wow, when you join Hollow ID, I'll tell everyone I knew you before. I'm not Indonesian. I'm not Indonesian. I'm not Hollow ID. I'm not even Hololive. I'm nothing. But you're a sharp one. I'm sure you intend to keep those secrets tucked away forever. Do you really think I'm going to let you do that, though? Whatever you try to hide, I'll make sure your beloved hears every last detail. How foolish can you be? Despite all my encouragement, you still insist on getting your old self back? What do you have to gain from that? Nothing but filthy, ugly tragedy awaits you down this path. Don't get your hopes up, my dear. There's nothing for you there. You have nothing. I'm offering you a place by my side. You should just take it. There's no salvation for you anywhere. None. At all. Anywhere. From anyone. Ever. Eesh. Let me take a sippy. I'm tan. Simple as. Oh yeah, Millie is like actually someone who graduated being indie and then became Hollow. Oh no, sorry, Niji. My bad. Is that the Vaughn Leon in my chat? Sorry, is that the Vaughn/Vanessa Leon in my chat? Hiya. How you doing? We're going through a emotional inner monologue dialogue part between the witch and us, which I believe is the main guy? Question mark. You cry, we clip. I'm not gonna. Maybe. La la lion. Shishiro botan. She has long since lost all grip on reality. And you think there's anything you can do for her now? Despite having repeatedly failed to even regain yourself? Well, I suppose if you're going to be stubborn, as much as I don't want to, I have to place... Oh? Ooh. A curse on your soul. That's right. The white-haired girl was never at the mansion. Ooh. 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 Interesting. No, your jaw. Interesting. Okay. So is she gaslight girl boss gatekeeping us? Or is this the real narrative? I think she's twisting the narrative, personally, but we'll see. God damn it, Jacopo. Oh, you melt, we cry. I do melt constantly. Because I like keeping myself warm. It's no big thing. It's just... So what? I'm cold all the time. I want to be warm. She's just a little prankster. She does a little ha-ha hee-hee for eternity. Casting a curse on us forever. It's a little haha. A little hoo-hoo. She likes to change the story over and over. Oh. There is still a story left untold. What? The fourth door was all a lie. Oh, I don't know who to give the main voice. I guess my game theory is it's Michelle, so I'm going to give it that edgy voice. Also, I will redeem... not redeem. Thank you for the redeem. I will... Haba. Yeah. Edgy, 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 edgy. You know, I have an even edgier one called, what, Charcoal, and it has red eyes. Let me show you. Up. But this one is just all black. Very fitting. What do you mean? It was not some sweet little tragedy. The story you told was pure fantasy. No, that was the truth. That was where it all began. Because of what happened then, you spent innumerable years lost, until you showed up here, and... What? You reach out, grasping for it. You pull yourself in. Your silhouette, which has been hazy until now, begins to take form. Your mind, your consciousness, your heart, your soul, and your body. Who are you? The veil in your mind dissipates. A crack forms in the shell encasing you, then another. The invisible shackles chaining your spirit fall to the floor. Reality fades in atop the indistinct, foggy world around you. Bony fingers appear before your eyes. Oh, long hair. Your voice. No. My voice. My body. My fingers. My arms are frail and my joints weak. But despite my resemblance to the white-haired girl, I am not her. This is who I am. I have finally reclaimed myself. You weren't waiting for the white-haired girl. You were waiting for me. And that's exactly why I came here. What? I have no idea what you're talking about. Hi, Paladin. Welcome in. Good stream, good stream. Shake, shake, shake. Oh no, he's hot. It seems we are a girl, which is crazy. Also, does it mean I'm right now? It's confusing. We'll see. Because I'm looking at the sentence. I've always waited for the white-haired girl. Oops, white-haired. There was never a white-haired girl. There was only... This time I must say her name. She is... Giselle. Oh? Wait. So, okay, wait, I'll go back to the voice then. There was what? Wait, you? wait. There was only you. I am... Giselle? No, I am not Giselle. I'm a servant of the house, and I'm the witch, the cause. You are not a witch. The witch is someone else. Why do you insist that you're the witch? What changed you so much? Damn, who am I? Hold up, wait a minute. What? I'm confusion. Oh, hello. Wow. Oh. Who? What the? Okay, what? Yeah. I don't know who anyone is, and I don't know who to give whose voices to. So, The shadowy figure in the master... Oh, no. That's not her anymore. The shadowy figure in the master bedroom. That was her. A glimpse into her past. I'm sure this is Giselle, but why is she so different? What happened to the spark she used to have? Where did the light she once shone upon the world go? I have to remember. I must remember. This cannot end until I have. This is no longer a story. No, what I need to face is my past. And her heart. She was not even present in the story she made up. Everything about it had been changed. The past I lived and the wounds she bore were more grounded in harsh reality, not wrapped in a film of fairy tale magic. That's why Fata Morgana works best with no voice actors. Oops, I didn't know that going in. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. There's a witch among us. I don't know which one it is. Give everyone Jacopo. Oh, you see, I may have forgotten Jacopo. No, I didn't. It's right there. That was the final tale. And it was all true. That's how it happened. It was a bittersweet story. No, how can you not see this? Yes, it was a beautiful tragedy, but there was... Ew, but was there even a scrap of humanity in it? Behind the 3 preceding doors, there had been a constant thread of ugliness and conflicting motivations, but there was hardly a trace of that behind the 4th door. The characters felt like nothing more than characters. Is that what you want to turn it into? Is that what you want our history to become? Our history... But I don't remember anything at all. You don't remember anything? No, I don't want to. I don't need a past or a future. All I have left inside me is uncertainty. Giselle... No, that is not my name. Please, stop trying to confuse me. I'm fine with things the way they are. If it means I don't have to hurt it, that's all I want. So please, just let me keep being the maid. Let me keep being a guide, not some foolish girl. Is that what she honestly desires? Does she want to cast aside her past for good? If so, then... Oh, we get to make so many choices. Oh. What am I gonna do? Stop voice acting in the middle of the stream? No, I gotta keep going, baby. I gotta save the game also. This is the first choice. And so... I guess I'll save 2 slots. But there might be more choices, so I might as well just put it here. I kind of want to force her, but excuse me. I kind of want to force her, but not forcing her maybe will give us an ending already. And then we can go back to this option. But then again, the way I've been going is just going with what I want to pick, so I'm going to see what happens when I do this one. No matter what she says, I know I'm right. And if she doesn't reclaim her old self, I'll never get to hear her say my name again. Who am I? Who am I? Fuck. Maybe I'm not a girl. Maybe I'm not a girl. Maybe I'm Michelle Actual again for the 3rd time that I've said it. Maybe I'm Michelle. I know I'm being selfish here, but I can't do that. If you're afraid of what you might find, we can remember together. Well, yeah, why am I giving them this voice? Because if Giselle is also that short-haired, black-haired girl in the master bedroom who has this voice, then that's her also. But I'm not changing her voice, because she's clearly like this. So, I'll give myself Michelle's voice, because I think this is Michelle trying to get Giselle back. And then they can be together. If only she would just remember after all these years of suffering. If only she would remember. I think only being Michelle makes sense here. Maybe. Yeah, I think so too, now that I thought about it. If you're afraid of what you might find, we can remember together. I haven't gotten everything back yet myself. Yeah, that's a Michelle line. So let's open the real door together. There are no other doors to open, but there is one that can only open by our hands. We are right, because it exists between the two of us. Not a door with physical form, but the door to your heart. The door to... I grasp her unnaturally cold hand. A hand that, long ago, once had warmth. Also curse on your soul. Damn, who is that? That's Morgana. Okay, that's Morgana. The maid isn't Morgana. She wants to believe that she is Morgana, because she believes that she's the witch and she's bad and all that. And she doesn't remember anything. But she's Giselle. And the real witch is causing turmoil by cursing... put a curse on your soul. That's her attacking Michelle. And that's what I believe so far. Yes. If she can't lead the way, then I have to. I must pick up the pieces of our erased history so we can both reclaim ourselves. Find the actual truth. No matter what we may uncover, I will not let go of this hand. No, I mustn't let go of it. Oh, that's what she said at the beginning of the game, bro. She said you mustn't let go of my hand. Ah, now he's saying it. Ah! Darkness falls over the world around us. The floor upon which we had been standing flickers out of existence, sending us dropping into an endless abyss. This dark pit, this is her door, her history, her art. Let's try this one more time. It's not a sweet story by any means. It's a story of betrayal, anger, hatred. We caused each other pain, but that's the road we traveled. And down that road lies all the answers. Damn! 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 For real, for real. Reclaim yourself. Damn! Let's go. It's the fourth door. I thought we've already been... Don't do that to me. I don't like that. I don't like that. The fifth door. Cha-cha-cha-cha. It's actually the fifth door. No lies this time. This is the truth. The unobfuscated truth. Not told by anyone else but us. The both of us, I think. Let's assume this is Michelle. It had been several days since I left the capital, and I could still see it when I closed my eyes. The people lined up on the Grand Pont, awaiting entry, eager to start a new life there, brimming with hope. It was a city people were willing to pay high taxes to live in. If you were a performer, you could get some of those costs shaved down a bit by putting those skills to use. The capital was harsh on those who wanted in, and apathetic about all who left. Being cringe but confident is what we call smooth. Absolutely. It was composed of a powerful nobility and clergy, wealthy merchants and bankers, and a large population of poor. And it was the city I had called home for a long time. I didn't know much about where I was heading. Alright. Oh, maybe that wasn't her. Maybe that wasn't Michelle. Oops. It's getting foggy. Looks like it might rain. Maybe we should take a little break. You want to keep going? Okay, wait. Let's theory craft and voice craft here. Do I give Giselle that perky regular voice or the wispy white-haired girl voice? Because I have a feeling if this is her genuine self, like the one that was in the bedroom, then maybe this is a different character and this is like the true character, you know? Thoughts? I'll take a sip of water. I ran out of water. Okay, I'll go get water and then I will come back to the theory crafting. Map. Also, I read it. True, 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 true. And like, I actually that third voice, it really did come out of a place of nowhere. So, yeah, probably like best to keep it to white-haired girl, maid voice. Bada bing, bada boom. You know. Everything is okay. Yes? Yes. Maybe we should take a little break. You want to keep going? Alright then. I'm assuming this is me. So? The coachman was frustratingly taciturn. Oh, can you tell I've never said that word in real life? Ice cream girl. Wibs. 04. Welcome in. He acted as though he had gotten stuck transporting a prisoner. Though that was hardly a stretch. From his point of view, I was nothing more than a criminal. Even the times he would acknowledge I had said anything, he made no effort to hide the scorn in his eyes, to pretend he didn't regret ever taking this job. And I would just fall silent again. The road was gradually getting narrower. We had long since left the paved city roads behind, and were now traveling along a couple of worn-down grooves in the forest. How did I end up here? Why was I being subjected to this? I was done thinking about it. The more I thought on it, the less fair it seemed. The more I remembered, the worse it hurt. All I could do anymore was close my eyes and weather the storm. Ah, how you been doing though, Ribs? One more time. Deep within the dense woods, a mansion appeared before us, like the world fading into view after a dream. It didn't seem to be an especially large house, but it had obviously been constructed with a great deal of care, and it was, thankfully, not standing in ruins. This deep in the forest? The carriage came to a stop, and the coachman climbed down, signaling with his chin for me to get out. Thank you very much. You must be tired after such a long journey. This is the mansion I'm looking for, yes? But the driver didn't even acknowledge me, getting back onto the carriage and setting off into the forest. He seemed to want to get as far away from here as quickly as possible. I've been good. I finally pried my friends off Xenoblade to hang out today. Based. Hope you've been good too. I've done the opposite actually. I've pried my friends onto Final Fantasy XIV, and they've been enjoying it so far, so that's good. So I hope the same but reverse. I hope they've been enjoying the time that you spend with them. Thumbs up. He could have said something. Oh well. That was about all I could say anyway. That was about all I could say anyway. Oh well. I couldn't blame anyone for my being here, or for his wanting to get out. I should get going, I guess. Getting a better look at it, the house's windows were, strangely enough, all shuttered. It was probably dark as pitch inside. Does no one live here? But if that's the case, then why was I placed my hand on the front door. Such a big door. What if I couldn't get in? I had no idea what else there was in the area. If the door didn't open, then I would die out here in the forest. I've come to accept much, but I was not ready to forfeit my life yet. Please open. It's not locked, I guess. She says I guess a lot. The door was heavy, and though it seemed to protest my attempts to enter, it still opened much easier than I was expecting. I was worried over nothing. Looking in, I got the strangest impression that light was being swallowed up into the mansion's depths. Rather than going inside, I felt as though I was about to step outside the boundaries of this world. Wow. Damn, this background music goes, ah! Yeah, true. I guess so. I guess so. I guess so too. When When I closed the door, it was so dark I couldn't even tell where I was walking. I wonder if the window's open. That's the same thing she said in the beginning of the chapter, guys. Oh my gosh. You think? I'm not sure. I guess so. Though I managed to fumble my way over to a window, it was tightly shuttered, and the shutters caked with rust. I was probably not getting it open without a fight. Darn, not a hint of light. I couldn't even see my hand waving in front of my face. It felt as though the floor would fall out from under me, and I would sink into eternal darkness if I didn't watch my step. Fighting back that fear, I slowly walked forward, tracing the wall with my hand. There was a door at the end of a long corridor. I pulled it open, and a wisp of bone-chilling air brushed past me. It was too dark to see anything, but I could feel something different present in this area than the rest of the house. Uneasiness gripped me. Hello? Is anyone there? Please don't tell me it's actually abandoned. I suppose I can't know without looking around a bit more. I guess. My voice simply disappeared into the void. No response. As I pushed forward through the freezing air, for a split second, I spotted a shimmer of light. Squinting my eyes, I was able to make out a large window. Unlike the others, it wasn't shuttered. What do we have here? Drapes? I see a little light beyond. My chances were slim, I imagined. I guess, but if there was even a slight possibility of getting some light in here, it was worth a shot, I guess. So I pulled open the drapes. I guess. The next moment, faint but colorful light shone down on me. It was a stained glass window. From beyond the glass, I could hear the subtle pitter-patter of rain. It had finally started, it seemed. I guess some light got through. The different colors of light blended into a milky white, dim but wondrous. This painting will... Oh, for fuck's sake, this painting will be the main villain soon or something. Well, this is, I suppose, the Archangel Michael. Which is, you know, meaningful somehow. It's so pretty. It looks like an angel. Why would someone cover this up? It's beautiful. With a little more light, it'd be... Ugh, please do not touch the drapes. Or the windows. Suddenly, I heard a voice, and I could sense someone else in the room. The man's voice was emotionless, neither deep nor high. Before long, he came into view, illuminated by dull orange candlelight. Ugh. Sorry for coming in uninvited, but, I did announce myself. The man stood there, practically blending in with the darkness. Had he been there the whole time? He was staring straight at me. His gaze wavered slightly, but not enough for me to read anything in it. Then again, I could hardly make out any detail at all under the light of a single candle. It's the guy, it's your boy. Is this, your mansion? It is. Thank goodness. I was afraid it was deserted. I suspect you would have preferred it if the house were abandoned. Oh, not at all. I would be scared to death staying in this dark mansion all by myself. Couldn't be me. I live here. I'm sorry. No ill will intended. But I do think it could but I do think it could do with some light. That way, you could see where you're walking. And I'm sure this room would look splendid illuminated. Not necessary. I make do perfectly well as things are. How can you see when it's so dark? I have an abundance of candles and oil for lamps. That's what people say about my house. Pitch black, only candlelight, no lights, no windows. My Michelangelo? Do you think that was the pain? That's not what you call a window maker. No. But yes. I'm not in want of means of creating light. It is not your place to criticize my lifestyle. If you need light, you're free to leave. If you're in need of money, help yourself to some of the furniture. There's a village not far from here. Trade it for food and make your way to a larger town. I know that we read all this before, and I'm simply going to go through it. I'm going to go through it. I'm gonna go through it. The witch's name was Morgana. Ah, ta-tanne! There's a different text. The witch's name is Morgana. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Well, only gaming PC light, but same difference. True, 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 true. Oh, why is it blue? Yes. That was our first encounter. It was nothing flowery or dramatic. It was rather laced with suspicion and wariness. We knew nothing about one another, and I had no interest in changing that. But nonetheless, that was where it all began, where my history with her commenced. Oh, different perspective. Huh. Isn't that interesting? The woman had jade eyes. Open wide, they glimmered like jewels in the light shining through the stained glass window. She seemed to be at a loss for words. I wasn't lying, per se. The rumor said a witch lived in this house, and I was the only one who filled that criteria. Hey, she cute though. Thus, said rumors could be interpreted to be talking about me. After staring at me dumbfounded for a few moments, the woman suddenly burst into laughter. Oh wow! Here I was thinking you were kind of scary, and it turns out you're actually quite funny. What? I never would have guessed you were someone to tell such a ridiculous joke with a straight face. I wasn't. You don't look at all like a witch. I mean, it's dark and I can't really see, but you seem to me like a rather handsome man. The word witch. The word witch has broader meaning than just a woman who practices magic. Goth aesthetic is very nice, yes sir. Who am I talking about? Who knows? Ah. I see. Da 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 da. Da. Then. Any unholy person with cursed powers, man or woman, can be considered a witch. I think I get what you're trying to say, but my mental image of a witch is definitely more a woman. So, you're not a witch. To tell you the truth, I didn't know who might be here, which had me rather scared. But I think I can make this work. What do you... It's a pleasure to meet you, Master. Master? I was sent here from your old home. Oh. I was an Abigail for your mother, but, well, I might have made a little goof. I froze the moment the word left her mouth. She killed my mother. Home. Yeah, that logic made sense. Not guilty. I'm going to take a sippy. Not guilty, not guilty. No, 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 not guilty. I'm going to stretch too. Yes. Home. It rattled around in my skull. shaking up terrible memories that almost brought me to my knees. Why, after all these years, were they reaching out to me now? Thank you, Shura Froob. Sorry, I keep calling you both Sherbs and Fruity and Fruby. Please forgive me for my transgression. Hayado. I will drink. And not even sending someone to bring me back. Just sending someone. To what end? For what purpose had they shipped an Abigail out to this remote mansion? What was my mother thinking? Was this another one of her attempts to break my curse? What do you mean you made a little goof? A little goof? My voice came out weak. I did my best not to let it show on my face. It was a teeny tiny mistake. Nothing you needed to concern yourself with. What did Mother say about me? Well, it was actually your father who told me to come here. I had never really spoke to your mother much. Father sent you? That made even less sense. Why would he have... Did Father even know I was here? No, if he had known, I would have been... Who was this woman? And what was her goal in asking to stay here? I really love looking at this PNG. Well, there you have it. I'll be here for a while. Teeny tiny mistake over which you got exiled, sure. Yeah. I mean, maybe she got exiled, maybe they actually just sent her here. I don't know what she did. And Abigail is like a midwife, right? That's what my context clues are telling me. But it might just be a maid or something, like a girl that you hang with. It happens, you know. Sometimes you do... I won't joke about that. If you need me for anything, do not hesitate to ask. I'm confident I can handle most everyday tasks. Now, where should I begin? Oh, I know. Are you hungry, Master? Food. I can't imagine you eat much being as skinny as you are. I turned my back on her without responding. It's like a personal assistant or maid. Oh, okay. Huh, why did they send her? No matter what her goal was, she had been sent from that house. There was no way anything good could come of that, and there was no way I could live with someone who had ties to them. I prayed she would take the hint, give up, and leave. Master... And so I kept ignoring her. Master... Master... I ignored... Master... I ignored her. Master, what would you like for supper? Nothing! But failed, spinning back and shouting. Her eyes went wide, and then she gave a sheepish giggle. Seepis. S-E-P-I-S. Seepis giggle. Google says, noun archaic, a lady's maid. Ah, cool. Then bada bing bada boom. Thank you for the Google. I glared at her as she fidgeted uncomfortably. Eating is one of the most basic human needs, so if you're hungry, you should really eat. I said that I didn't want... What was that sound? Must you ask? That's not a very polite thing to ask a lady, you know. Huh? You know, it was a long trip, and all I had to eat on the road was dried fruit. I felt like I was some kind of animal. So, what I'm trying to say is that I'm hungry. That wasn't the sound of her stomach growling, was it? What? Girls have bodily functions? I thought lightning had struck in the distance. He's built different, lady. It was a slightly tricky one, because most of the results are about the name. Ah, that's true. And Abigail parentheses old. She's hungry for this dude. Yeah, honestly, the way she acted in the previous arc, she was kind of hungry and thirsty. She was ready to devour. And would like some supper. The kitchen is at the far end of the hall on the first floor. There's food in the cellar. Help yourself to any of it. Thank you so much. I honestly feel like I haven't eaten in days, and I'm about to die of starvation. Oh, and I shouldn't need any help finding it. I plan on exploring the house anyway. It's rather exciting, being in a new place. Damn it. That did not go as planned. Oh well. She can do as she pleases. I'll have nothing to do with it. Oh, Master, are you sure you don't... No. Master. What is it now? Jesus. God, leave me alone. Holy shit, it's Giselle. It's Giselle. She's on the screen. Her PNG, live. There you have it, folks. Giselle. Not white-haired girl. Never mind. My name is Giselle. It's a pleasure to meet you. And your name? Oh, Master, you... I actually left the room that time, making my way back to my chambers. I was not about to tell this woman my name. At some point, I would seriously have to chase her out. Especially considering she had come from that house. But regardless, I was not terribly fond of her. Wow. Wow, it's rougher than what she lied about before. He's too busy brooding. Yeah, he's too busy being edgy. I didn't really understand Michelle, but that was probably because we were still essentially strangers. Having been sent to the mansion as reparation for my mistakes, I wasn't sure who I might find there. But I was tentatively convinced he wasn't a terrible person. He didn't do anything to me, except stay away. Michel spent most of his time in his chambers, which he had told me to never enter under any circumstances, so we rarely encountered one another in the halls. For that reason, I made an effort to be kind and cheerful on the sporadic occasions we did cross paths. I figured if I kept that up long enough, he would eventually warm up to me. Edge doesn't hone itself. Oops. Yeah, you said it better than me. And as new housemates, being able to enjoy our time together was obviously preferable to the alternative. If I did manage to break the ice, I hoped we would be able to do some talking. About the mansion, about him, about me. I just had to keep working at it. Michel didn't need me to take care of him. He handled his own day-to-day needs and activities by himself, and, in fact, he didn't ask me for anything. An aristocrat who had no use for a servant. I hadn't met anyone like him before. Alright then. That meant about all I could do was clean. I wasn't sure how his room looked, but the rest of the house was, quite frankly, an absolute disaster. The dust was so heavy, it was obvious it hadn't been touched in years. Let's get started. It couldn't be healthy to live in these conditions, so I set out to clean each room in the house one by one. That said, it wasn't going to be an easy task. Your brother got you a nice coffee. He's gaming. Good. I'm glad. She said it. All aristocrats are babies who can't handle themselves. True. She's, based? Not because I was bad at cleaning. In fact, I considered myself quite good at it. But because it was near impossible to find all the dust and grime that needed cleaning under the flickering light of a candle. I can't understand how anyone sane can live in this dark. What's wrong with him? Damn! Maybe he's actually a vampire. Oh god. Wouldn't that be something? I can see it now. Him sneaking out every night to suck the blood out of pretty girls. Priceless. That means I'm in trouble. Look at me, Miss One-Woman Comedy Show here. Yep. If I am able to get him to warm up to me though, maybe that'll give me a little more room to make some changes. Like opening some windows. No light and no fresh air. No thank you. Anyway, I set the candlestick down, pulled over a chair to stand on, and started wiping down the shelf. The chair's legs seemed to be uneven, as it wobbled slightly beneath me. So many books. I wonder, do they all belong to him? My new parchment was expensive, so it was rather astonishing seeing this many stacks of it in one place. What did you write? Lean... L... Did you type lol in Russian? Sorry, forgot to change the languages. Yo, paste? True. Wow. Russia. She's writing fanfiction of him now. What if he's a blood-sucking vampire? His eyes are red, and he has such pale skin. His hair's so long, and he lives in a mansion all by himself. Ah, how sweet would that be? I could get my blood sucked. There were even some books with bulky, extravagantly decorated covers. He does come from an esteemed family. I'd spent enough time at his family's home. There was a constant bustle of servants and guests, the exact opposite of what this mansion was like. Why had he left his home? What had he done to be sent all the way out here, to this remote mansion with a less than savory reputation? Damn, this dust kinda getting in my throat, not gonna lie. Need to be careful not to overstep my bounds. I am a servant now. A servant. But once the thought had crossed my mind, I couldn't get it out. Please don't write fanfiction. Please don't write fanfiction. I'd always had a bad tendency to chase my curiosities as soon as they struck. Pushing to scratch the itch no matter how much my actions annoyed others. I couldn't do that here though. I was simply a servant, and if I got on Michelle's bad side, I risked getting thrown out. Okay. She's willing to risk it all. That's what I thought she was about to say. I couldn't do that before, but what if I risked it all for some pussy? Don't call out my heart. Oh damn, she comes up with Twilight in 1099. Yeah. That medieval Twilight. Hey yo? I wonder what kind of books he's got in here. Whoa, is that Twilight? That must... Ugh, yuck. That goes atrocious. I don't like the sound of that one. Ugh. So I attempted to distract myself. I grabbed one of the books and attempted to pull it out. What? But the strings binding the parchment must have gotten tangled at the back. Whoa! Because the books on either side tilted back with it. And then the entire row came crashing down on me. Oh, for cripe's sake. Oh, for cripe's sake. I had fallen off of the chair, and a downpour of books was still coming down on me. A mountain of dust with it. Ew, gross. Seriously? Oh, what are you doing? No, bonk. Suddenly, Michelle was there, looking down on me from a little ways away. There was, as usual, not much I could read from his expression, but I could hear a vague trace of exasperation in his voice. I was doing some cleaning, and... Impressive work.
Usually better than this. It's just so dark. Mistakes should be expected. I really think we should open some windows, Master. Get some light, some air flowing through here.
I never asked you to clean anything. You did this entirely yourself.
But there's so much dust.
Why'd she say it like that?
It can't be good for you.
You know, now that she say it like that, and I've been thinking it for 3 sentences straight, she really is like much perkier and like sprier and more like quirky than the white-haired girl. So I wonder where the difference lies. I wonder why she portrayed herself as so like stoic and tortured, and assuming they're the same person, you know? Yeah. It's interesting. It's interesting, the dynamic. White-haired girl, ooh, version.
Ooh, sorry. I tripped and fell. There's just so much clutter. I didn't mean to glomp you. It's just...
Damn.
It can't be good for you.
I'm perfectly healthy. I don't see the problem. Had he... oh... ugh.
Had he even seen himself? No way someone that skinny was perfectly healthy.
You look like you have something to say. Man's has mesothelioma.
I think you got mesothelioma.
Oh, this man has the 1099 asbestos. Trust me. But like, she's replaced herself with the white-haired girl. Yeah, I don't know. Is it her OC or is it like her cursed form? I don't know. Ooh, we'll find out.
He can make out my face in this darkness? Oh, you know, I want it to be useful, and cleaning is about all I can do here, so, you know.
I was sensing something else, but alright. He let out a
sigh, stepped over toward the pile of books, and then reached his hand down for me. I suddenly felt a pang of embarrassment about the fact that I was still splayed out on the floor, but I raised my hand up to take his, only for him to pick up a book instead. I wish it were me. Zam, you could at least help me up.
You have legs? Oh, Chad. Oh my god, this man's actually pretty based. You have legs. Get the fuck up. What the fuck? You want me to pick you up? Woman? Oh boy, I hope the stream doesn't end soon. Man, I got in the best moment. Let's go! Hi, Exist. Welcome. He's a Giga Chad, for real. He literally, look at this text. He quite literally, she was on the ground a while ago. I don't know if you were there for that, Exist. She was like,
I can't believe I'm still on the ground. How embarrassing. I reach out my hand because he reached out his. I expected him to pick me up because...
You have legs? Get up. He said it. Yeah, real shit. He said it.
He said, casually returning the book to the top shelf. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe he was a terrible person. Zam. Maybe he was a terrible person.
Oh, that one got me. That's pretty good. I like that writing. Get up, broke ass bitch. Yeah. Damn, you coming to my house. From my family. Invade my space. Michelle and Dan, my beloveds. Hello, Kib. Hi, Kib. Mwah. How are you? How are you, Kib? How's life been? We're gaming. We're at the this part. She did the. It was so funny, bro. Yeah. She wants to be a book so bad. Michelle picked up a book and she mentally she was like, God, I wish that were me. Girl gonna leave and find another vampire, Lestat. Did you say Lestat? For herself.
So, Master, are all these books yours? Giselle?
Oh, it's blue now, and that, see how it's blue over here? That means it's Michelle's point of view, and I just noticed. Giselle asked, not a trace of remorse visible on her face, despite having made a mess of the room she was supposedly trying to clean. I gave a curt nod. Kurt's one of my favorites. So tragic, his story.
Really? That's impressive. Must have been hard work getting them all in here, huh? There's gotta be 100 books here. You could fill a whole carriage at least. It's like you've got your own personal library.
She had been pouting only a few moments earlier, but her smile was back in short order. Her jade eyes were like little balls of curiosity, glittering in the faint candlelight. I was not particularly fond of overly expensive... excuse me. Thank you for the sub, by the way, Kip. I forgot to say thank you explicitly. I appreciate it so much, and I'm glad for the time that I've known you. You're so cool. You're like my favorite artist. Artist in parentheses, art and music. For real though, yes. I mean that. Does she think he got all the books at the same time?
Whoa! Is this where you live? That's so cool. Are these all your books? Did you get them all at the same time? Is this lady looking at his balls? Whoa, your balls kinda... Master...
Wait.
Master, your balls look heavy. May I hold them for you?
Oh, I got tinnitus in my ear. I think I deserve that one.
Oh, Michelle, your room is so cool.
I'm glad you know that one too. I was not particularly fond of overly expressive, rather overly curious women. Damn. Did they not care that they trampled uninvited into other people's personal spaces? Just like me for real. Or were they not even aware that their actions were invasive? I averted my gaze from hers. I receive one roughly every month.
Ah, I see. Wait.
She turned back toward the shelves. I presume she understood the implications of what I just said. Of the fact that there were nearly 100 tomes here, and I received only one a month. That means I've been here for 100 years.
Huh.
Giselle felt silent. I couldn't blame her if she thought my circumstances, or my family, or my life bizarre. It's just that way for me. I've always been kind of strange. I'm a weirdo. I'm a creep. I'm a weirdo. I don't belong here. But I didn't care what she thought of me. In fact, it was to my advantage for her to be uncomfortable. Maybe she would leave my fucking house. I just needed her to stay quiet and keep her nose out of my business. There's more than I thought. I said not to her, but to myself. I had no reason to count the passage of time anymore. Only...
Oh no, cringy.
What's cringe? Why am I cringe, rival? Actually, I have so many questions. For example, how did his family arrange him to live in a Curse Witch's mansion? I don't know. We're going to find that out. Even Giselle wondered that, like, why did they... No, I mean, even he himself wondered that, like, why did they put him here? No, it was one of them. One of them was like, why are you all the way over here? My wife and I agree, that's cringy. My wife. Mwah. I loved being her husband. Only the book served as a record of how long I had been here.
Oh, 121!
What?
There are 121 books! 10 years and 1 month!
Oh shit, that's a long time. I can't believe she did like the month math for that. 121 is 10 years? 120 is 60 divided by 2. Nope. 120 is 60 times 2. Why, if he receive- no. Hold on. Is that right? He receives a book every month. And he has 121 books. So, every... Oh, she's right. Wait, she's right. 1/2 is 12 in a year. 12 months in a year. And then times 10 is 120. And then 1 month. I got it. That was hard. But you're right. She counts really fast. How did she count? Oh, I suppose she could have counted like how many books were in a row. That also is math. His family took one look at him and said he belongs in a... Send him to the mansion. Death by mansion. Be gone. Also, when was he cursed? I doubt he could be raised by his parents without dying if he was cursed since birth. Okay, so what I believe is that when we went through the 4th door, that was a twisted retelling of what actually happened. And I don't believe he's actually cursed in reality. This 5th door, the reality story, I believe that he's not cursed and the tragedy just befalls them somehow without supernatural means. But we don't know that yet. They haven't been revealed to have anything supernatural yet. He just said, I'm the witch, but you know, he might just be bluffing. Wow, Tanny, use your brain. Thank you! It's here! It's like in here, which is like crazy. Some people like call it smart? Yeah? Oh yeah, I guess I forgot about that possibility. That's just my game theory though. We'll see if it's like real or truth or despair or lie. You were counting? I thought she had just sheepishly gone quiet. What an inscrutable woman.
You've been here in the mansion for that long? All by yourself?
The truth was, there had been times when I wasn't alone, but Giselle had no need to know that. You already know the answer. You already know. Prank him, John. I'm back from starting my CV. Yay! Congrats! CV spreading! You spread it at the mall? Weird. You publicly give out your resume? What were you doing? Danganronpa V3 when? I played V3, but I'm going to shill the V3 voice through that I'm in over at the Cole M the Goal M's channel. Hold on. Currently, we're on chapter 5, which is exciting because chapter 5 is, you know, that shit. And I'm excited to see what they think about chapter 5 and onwards, you know? It's kind of like the gooder parts of the story. But yeah, I do a voice through over there. I'm Himiko most of the time. And, you know, now that the cast is like reduced by half almost, or even more, I think I'm just going to be Himiko all the time. Maid cafe? Maid cafe? There's a cafe that was looking for hire. Oh, ooh, maid cafe? I love tan shows. Ah, I tried to do my best with others and myself. A look of pity formed in Giselle's eyes. Enough. I never asked for sympathy. I'm here by choice.
You mean you weren't banished here?
No restraint, this woman. What do you think this is? Some kind of visual novel? No. I came here of my own volition. I didn't care enough to elaborate, though. Picking another book off the floor, I brushed the dust off its cover. It was a gaudily decorated tome.
That's a very fancy book, isn't it?
But apparently, Giselle was unable to take a hint. God, women.
What's it about?
I let out a sigh and opened to no page in particular, sticking the book out toward her. Look, She was a servant and a woman. Jesus. What? There was no way she could read. No! I mean, he's right, but oh my god. He's just on his grillionaire mindset. True! He is! I think I could rock out a maid outfit. I've seen you. You could. Lama. Yeah, he really said it. He really said it. Wow, woman. Bitch, she counted 121 to 121 divided by 12. She's a genius for 1099. Actually, yeah. She's cracked in math. Maybe she doesn't know how to read though. Let's see.
Let's see here. This land is hardly suitable for cultivation.
She can read, bros.
We can only produce over sour grapes. I would probably get more out of it if I tore down the fields and made it into a market. Sounds like a lord's diary.
You can read? I was caught slightly off guard. It was rare for a noblewoman to be able to read and write, let alone a servant. Was she truly what she claimed to be?
I need someone to teach me. So, is this book any interesting?
It's dull, worthless tripe. I can't imagine why anyone thought it was worth binding.
Tough crowd. But it's not very often you get to see a lord's diary. I am rather curious what kind of things he griped about.
Lord or king? What value is there in another's grumbling? There is no knowledge contained within that book. Just emotions. Unsightly scribbles. Who needs emotions? Am I right, gamers? And there is nothing more exhausting in this world than being emotional. True! He's just like me for real! Let's go. My king. If you want to read it, be my guest. Unemotional, woman detester, doesn't think women can read or write or count, doesn't pick up the woman off the floor, doesn't care at all. That's a American Psycho tier grind set, I think. Burn the witch. She can read. Burn her. Ayo, Tan the Edgelord, I got the skin on, yeah. I mean, nah, I won't get into it. Anyway,
That wasn't my intention, but alright. Once I've got the whole mansion cleaned, I'll read it.
I told you, you don't have to clean.
Oh, I've got an idea, Master. If you're interested, maybe we could read together.
Did you hear a word I just said? It's dull, worthless tripe.
Still, you might see it differently if you read it with someone else. And I'm sure there are some books here you would enjoy, Master.
You're wasting your time. Oh, whoa. She used division, that's witchcraft at the time. If she placed them into fractions, she'd have discovered a new mathematical principle. True. When we in the olden days, we had apples, you could only ask for like a basket at a time. What do you mean divide the basket by 2? No. No. You take your basket, you pay your gold, and you leave. That's it. I don't understand the concept of splitting it amongst your friends. What? What? Nonsense. The suspicion and restraint budding between us was trite and insignificant at that point. She was still smiling after all. If I had been able to maintain that distance, then perhaps I wouldn't have ended up hurting her. Ugh, I'm gonna cut myself on all this edge. God. And if she took a square root -1, she'd get sucked into a black hole at that point. Witch! Witch! Witch!
It had been a little under 2 weeks since I had moved in with Michelle. Though we lived in the same house, we rarely saw each other. On unlucky days, I wouldn't see him at all. I wasn't sure if he ate in his room, or our schedules were simply misaligned, but we never had any meals together. Perhaps he was deliberately avoiding me. That has to be it. I know servant and master don't usually eat at the same table, but even so, he could be a little less obvious about it. Am I really that much of a nuisance? I'm not doing anything inappropriate, am I? I'm being pleasant and sociable, aren't I? I haven't given him any reason to not like me, I think.
I'm so glad we get to revisit Edge, Michelle. Yeah, we're back here, baby. Use simple math. Smartest person circa 1050. True. True. They didn't invent math until 1051.
I haven't given him any reason to not like me, I think. I hope. He had never been very enthusiastic about my staying here, but I hadn't been given a choice. I'd been sent here by his family. Besides... No, out with the negative thoughts. Gotta stay positive. Yeah, he hasn't tried to chase me out yet. I just haven't broken the ice. I had to stay positive, optimistic, happy thoughts, and be myself. As long as I kept working at it, with enough time, Michelle would surely come around and not be so distant. I've got a goal, so let's get to work.
Yeah, she's more optimistic about things, like perky, ready, you know? Extroverts thinking about how introverts would be like.
Man, all I have to do is talk to him, right? First, I make supper, then I ask him to have it with me. Gotta be proactive when it comes to the reclusive types.
Oh, he said leave him alone.
Alright, here goes. Or, here would go. But we're almost out of supplies. Well, so much for that. The cellar was where the non-perishable food was stored. Dried foods, smoked meats, cheeses, and a small scattering of root vegetables. Looking at this makes me feel like a soldier holding down a castle's fortifications. Had Michelle really gone 10 years on nothing but this? I would have raised the white flag long ago. He said he hadn't left the mansion at all in those 10 years. I assume he at least goes out to get supplies, right? Running out of food is kind of a life or death matter. I can't believe he hasn't set foot outside even once, and...
What are you babbling on about?
Oh no, he overheard me.
I assumed you were talking to someone.
Does anyone else live here, Master? I haven't seen anyone.
It is just the two of us. Alive, anyway.
You mean there are ghosts?
Something of the sort.
There you go. There you go again with the jokes. I'm not a child. You're not going to trick me with that.
There are adults who believe in such things.
I suppose. But I don't really believe in ghosts or demons or curses or any of that. The church just tries to convince people they're real so they can squeeze more money out of them.
Am I gonna have to turn you over to the church, you blasphemer? Oh my god.
No. I pray every day, honest.
I don't particularly care either way. You gotta be like hunting. Pick a good moment when I'm nerding out about something. Oh, yeah, honestly. I like talking when it's something, you know, relevant or interesting or something that I really have thoughts on, that I really, like, have gripes on, you know? Damn, the church got shooters, yeah. Am I gonna have to report you to the church? Doo-doo. I'm returning to my chambers.
Already? You didn't, come down for food?
I only came down because I heard voices.
A moment. Please just wait a second.
What?
Our stores are almost empty. What do you normally do when you need more food? I'll happily accompany you on a trip to the market.
Already? That was fast.
There are two of us. I really don't need that much, do I? In the dim light, it was difficult to make out Michelle's expression, but I thought I could see a tinge of annoyance on his face. Hold your ground, Giselle. Giselle. You said you wanted to get closer to him. Is that a parsnip? Michelle was holding a tangled ball of roots. The reason I asked was because the parsnip looked like it was on the verge of total decomposition.
See? There's still food.
He then handed it to me. Wait! You want to eat that? It's clearly seen better days. You're gonna get sick. Or are you telling me you can survive on rotten vegetables?
Of course I won't eat it. I just figured you were hardy enough to survive. Here, take my rotten vegetables, woman.
What do you think I am? No, he's definitely a jerk.
Or that the resulting diarrhea might reduce your appetite.
You're kidding, right? You can't be serious. Anyway, we should bury that outside. Then we can go purchase fresh supplies.
I told you, I don't go outside.
Then how do you... Huh? A visitor? Who could it be?
Perfect timing. You're a servant. Make yourself useful and go retrieve the package. Damn. Damn. Uh-oh. The yab. Yo. Orthodox Chad rule set. Do not read even if you have books. Eat rotting foods, build immunity. No sunlight. Very good, very good. I like that very much. That exact way you worded it, I love it. If it's not a delivery but a wanderer, chase them off.
What? Package? The master? Hold on a second. What are you talking about? He's gone. What kind of delivery is he expecting? Michel stood there, unmoving, veiled in shadow. He glanced over at me, then threw his gaze to the front door. At his command, I raised the bar, pulling open the door. After nearly 2 weeks inside, the light from the setting sun almost blinded me. The world went white, my head pounding.
Wow, outside.
After a few moments of intense blinking,
Same.
my eyes acclimated themselves to the evening sunlight.
As if the bar wasn't high enough already.
There was no one outside, only a crate easily large enough to fit a child. Is this the package, Master? I turned back to face Michel, but he wouldn't meet my eyes. It would seem more like he was avoiding looking at the light than at me.
Excuse me. Maybe he got the dominoes 2 for 5 each, but true. Excuse me. True. He got the medieval dominoes. Ye old dominoes. Ye old dominions. Minuscule Caesar. No, I think Caesar is actually a medieval name also. I don't know why I said it like that. Hey, ta-tanne, you heard of deets nuts? Yeah, I heard of deets nuts. What about them? Diets? Did you just type it wrong?
He's starting to seem more and more like a vampire. Not that I believe in vampires, of course.
You ever tried deets nuts? Got 'em. You should eat deets nuts. Yeah? And?
Regardless, I pray there's nothing bad in here. That's heavy. Master, could I get some help? Gee, thanks. I am a servant, admittedly, but this is a lot to ask of just one girl. A little help sure would be nice.
Once it's inside, close and bar the door. He's just like me for real. I always say, close the door when you leave. Also, I'm not joking, that's literally what the snack is called. Oh! Diets Nuts, I assume, is the pronunciation, huh? I just like the name. I haven't heard of it. Cool. Is it like an American thing? I could look for it. No. Oh, I see. He said dispassionate. Oops.
He said dispassionately, his head still turned toward the darkness.
It's pronounced Deets Nuts. Oh, I was correct. It's Deets Nuts. Haha, I got him.
As you wish, master.
Bang. I think this is a good place to end. It's German, I assume. Yeah, when I read it, I was thinking of the surname like Dietrich. Okay, yeah, I'm good here, homies. I gotta save to game. I'm going to put it here. Rational, irrational. Ooh, interesting. And then I'm gonna bada bing, bada boom, and then quit the game, and then go here, and then go here, and then everything's fine. Just like that. Bada bing, bada boom. Maybe. Do 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 do. Why do you not know its origin? Perhaps it is German. Who knows? Anyway, I'm going to the twitch.tv, and then I'm going to rate someone. Let's see. Wow, Arts is still online with his birthday thingy. Let's go! Thank you! Thank you for joining me. It's named after the last name of the creator. Oh, Dietz. Have you heard of my last name? Yeah, your last name's Dietz, right? Dietz Nuts. I've lost all sense of how long this game will last. I know, I don't know how long it'll last either. But I think after learning this truth, I think that's it. Like, that seems like the correct amount of hours for this game. And the storytelling as well. She leaving us like Crony's ice cream. I don't get the reference because I don't watch Crony. Ugh, I've disappointed you bros. My Croners. I don't know what her fan base is called actually. I don't know what any of the Gen 2 fan base is called. That's how out of the loop I am with Hololive. I mean, I've only known Gen 1 when it comes to Ian. I'm gonna stick around for the raid, then I'm gonna hit the hay. Okay, sounds good. I'm going to not sleep afterwards, but I'm gonna have a good time afterwards. Do you have a raid target, or would you take a suggestion? Actually, I'm going to raid Art Sounds because it's their birthday. Hey, today's Star Wars Day is Star Wars Day, and it's also my birthday. He's celebrating it with his girlfriend he wishes he had. Her fans are called cronies. Oh, cute. Tan. Sorry, I very much appreciate Art Sounds, and I hope he knows that. They're drawing for their birthday. Let me do the raid thing. Please say happy birthday. Okay? Okay. Thank you so much for being here, as always. I'm glad that it is enjoyable content, and I'm very grateful that you come by and you watch it, because I would not be here without you. Da 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 da. Bop. Thank you for being here. Yes, have a good night. And I'm glad I could provide a good end of day. Please have a nice sleep or rest of day for the not end dayers. Goodbye. I'm ending the stream officially like a professional. No! God! How could you do this to me? I said I was a professional! No! Ha 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 ha! Ronaldinho success! Damn, he got me. Take care.